Excellency Ambassador, distinguished leaders of the delegation, Rear Admiral A.K.M. Zakir Hussain and Air Vice Marshal M. Mustafizur Rahman, distinguished participants of the National Defence Police, my dear colleagues from the embassy and dear colleague from the Mexican Defense, very good afternoon to you all. It's my great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to the Embassy of Bangladesh. Today we are here for a brief presentation and a session on Bangladesh-Mexico bilateral relations. So I will start with the presentation first. So as I said, it's a presentation on Bangladesh-Mexico bilateral relations. So here is the overview of the presentation. So I will briefly discuss about Mexico-Bangladesh relationship with Mexico and the activities of the embassy and the future course of our actions and way forward. So let me begin by briefly recognizing our host country. Mexico is a country of significant economical, cultural and geographical importance. It's the 13th largest country in the world. Its size is 14th time more than Bangladesh, and Mexico actually it's a bridge between Latin America and South America. It's bordered with USA in one side and another side is Guatemala and Belize, and its coastline stretches across the Pacific, the Gulf of Mexico. Nowadays you know that President Trump is at Gulf of America and the Caribbean, and Mexico is a home of 130 million people. And the Mexico City is the capital, which hosts around 22 million people. So turning to our bilateral journey, Mexico stood in solidarity during our liberation war in 1971, but the formal diplomatic relations established on 8th of July in 1975. So we are expecting that Mexico will reconsider their decision and will our embassy in Dhaka soon. And in the multilateral area, Bangladesh and Mexico work very closely in some thematic area, like rights of the migrant workers, financing for development, tackling climate change. So we support each other initiative in the multilateral arena. And you know that Bangladesh is also hosting a large number of refugees, 1.3 million forcibly displaced Myanmar nationals. And Bangladesh in the multilateral area, we want a solution of these issues, and Mexico is closely supporting us on this issue. Our cooperation has been further formalized through several agreements, as you see here. Foreign Affairs consultation, which was signed in 2015. There was exchange between Bangladesh Business BCCI and Mexico's COMCE, Mexico's Chamber of Commerce, and there are also cultural cooperation, and there is a Mexico-Bangladesh parliamentary group. Currently we are working on some pending agreements, as you see in the list. Those include agreement on double taxation and customs cooperation. The text of agriculture cooperation has been finalized. We are waiting a date for signing, and you will be happy to know that we have also proposed a defense cooperation, and which is almost finalized. It is currently pending on our side, so we hope that we will be able to finalize it soon and sign it soon. And there are significant progress on the air service agreement, and we are also discussing possible visa waivers for diplomatic and official passport holders, as well as cooperation in the areas of environment and climate change. Distinguished participants, one of the brightest areas of our partnership has been the economic relations. Bangladesh export to Mexico have seen steady growth, making Mexico one of our most important trading partners in Latin America. In 2024, our bilateral trade reached at 737 million, and it is heavily tilted to our side, as you see from the slide. Bangladesh export around 720 million, and in 2022 our bilateral trade is around 200 million. So as you see that after the establishment of the embassy in the last 13 years, the export bilateral trade has been threefolded. So these are the major export items from Bangladesh. We export apparel, including t-shirts, suits, and jackets, footwear, kitchenware, and gym equipment. And from Mexico, we import medical equipment, telephones, chemicals, and cottons. So there are export potential, you know that we are exporting RNG, but there are other areas where we can cooperate more, like denim and apparel, which have huge demand in Mexico. And there are other areas like pharmaceuticals, IT solutions, ceramics, and bicycle. So we are working to promote our trade here in Mexico. On the other hand, we can from Mexico, we can import auto parts, some machineries, food products, and electronics, which can have more wider demand in Bangladesh. So looking forward, 3 sectors stand out. We are working on it, like pharmaceuticals, where Bangladeshi companies can offer significant cost alternative for Mexican consumers. Last year, Orion Pharma visited Mexico, and there is a huge demand of oncology medicine in Mexico. So we are trying to collaborate in this sector. In the textile arena, particularly the denim and the apparel, where Mexico has already shown keen interest, and we are actually collaborating this business-to-business exchanges. And we are also encouraging more business-to-business seminars. Early next year, we are planning to install a Bangladesh pavilion in Pargoda, in Guadalajara. It's a major economic hub of Mexico, so we are in touch with the fair and the Bangladeshi business people, so that we can bring more Bangladeshi business delegation here and to promote our business. And at the same time, we have appointed few honorary consuls in major cities in Mexico, like Guadalajara, Monterrey, and Jalisco, who are looking after our trade interest in Mexico. So here are some of the snapshot of our embassy's activities. Excellence Ambassador took charge, joined this mission earlier this year. Now I would like to request His Excellency Ambassador to make his closing remarks. Excellency Ambassador.
Thank you, Farhad, for your nice presentation, and I hope and believe you got a very brief picture from his presentation. Distinguished member of the visiting NDC delegation and leader of the delegation, Air Vice Marshal Mustafizur Rahman and Rear Admiral Zakir, and the Lieutenant Colonel Sabastania. I'm so sorry, I understood like anything to pronounce your name. It is my great honor and privilege to welcome you to Mexico and to our embassy today. Mexico is a land of rich history, vibrant culture, and warm hospitality. Much like Bangladesh, it embodies a proud tradition of resilience, a deep respect for family and community values, and steadfast commitment to peace and development. Although separated by distance, Bangladesh and Mexico share common values, friendship, solidarity, and cultural richness that bring our two people closer in spirit. I trust that during your stay you have already had the opportunity to engage with Mexican military and civil institutions, gaining a deeper understanding of this country, its governance, security framework, and beyond. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to the government of Mexico for their generous support in making your delegation's visit both meaningful and productive. You are indeed privileged to be part of one of Bangladesh's most prestigious institutions of higher learning in strategy and defense education, the National Defense College. Since its establishment, the NDC has served a cornerstone in preparing both military and civilian leaders for higher responsibility in the realms of national security, strategy, and development. Its guiding motto, security through knowledge, embodies its vision to cultivate leadership through academic rigor, advanced research, and professionals' excellence. What makes NDC truly exceptional is its holistic curriculum. Beyond traditional military strategy, it encompasses governance, geopolitics, international relations, economics, and sustainable development, offering a comprehensive perspectives on national security in the complex relations of the 21st century. Over the years, NDC has proudly welcomed participants from more than 25 countries across Asia, Africa, Europe, and Americas. And obviously, we are fortunate to have you represented from Kuwait, Nigeria, and Saudi Arabia, and welcome. The global participation not only enriches the learning environment but also reflects Bangladesh's strong commitment to international cooperation, UN peacekeeping, and global security dialogue. I sincerely hope that your time in Mexico will be both enriching and memorable, and that this visit will further strengthen the bonds of friendship between Bangladesh and Mexico while deepening your global perspective as future leaders. And thank you for your vibrant participation for this question and answer. And thank you, Farhad, for your nice answer. And as you know, you are also facing these difficulties as you are here. The most difficult problem and we are facing is language. So a few days ago, the Mexican government, they offered numbers of scholarship for Bangladeshi, particularly Bangladeshi professionals and students. And we also offered the Foreign Service Academy. We offered them some scholarship for those who are working for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They can also join. So it's reciprocal, but their numbers is quite huge. But requirement is we need to know Spanish language. All the universities, their curriculum and their activities is through Spanish language. And good thing is, as Farhad mentioned, that the Mexican private sector, they are offering a language institute in Dhaka. The 2 days before they came to us, and we had a very good meeting with them. And we are trying to facilitate them to establish an institution, Spanish language institutions. They will go from there to teach Spanish, and it will be a great thing if we want to explore this. And we are very, as you said, one of my colleagues, and I am very glad to see him here because once he worked for a special security force when I was assistant press secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh during 2001 to 2006. So we cannot change the geography, but we can explore. And this is one of my main tasks, that we have to have engaged with them in terms of business, trade relations, and people-to-people contact. I told when I had the opportunity to meet President Claudia Sheinbaum that it's a one-way traffic. We are having consulate here and Mexico not having their consulate in Dhaka. So I got the impression that this year they will not be able to do it. Next year, at least, they will try to set up even a small consulate so that we cannot run to other countries to have the UK visa, Mexican visa. So yeah, we are trying, and there is a lot of opportunities. Opportunities are here, and we can explore, and there is a lot of potential as well. So, and business is one of the main potential, because a few days ago, even months ago, they were very reluctant, before the US administration, and the previous administration, they are, most of the goods are coming to the US, and through US, these goods are coming to the Mexico. So we are trying to convince them, and they are convinced already because they are facing the same problem, tariff problem, as the whole globe is facing, and Bangladesh also. But good thing is Bangladesh is, I have to admire the negotiation skill of the Bangladesh officials. They at least, reduced tariff, and Mexico is facing huge problem about tariff. So I told them, why not you are buying products directly from Bangladesh? Why through USA, so that you will get the tariff and all other facilities, and it can be a direct connectivity. So yeah, they are working on it. We had a very good meeting with one of the largest chain couple, and you will be happy to know that we increased at least within 9 months about 90 million US dollar in terms of business export from Bangladesh in here. So we are trying as best as we can, and we want to deliver, not to speech too much, And I'm delighted to be here as ambassador first. I was very much reluctant. Why I go to Mexico? Many of we are opposing, including my wife. Sylvia knows better than anybody. So, and now I think that no, it's a good place, and now you can realize also you are visiting here. So it's a very good place and very potential. If I want to work for my nation, and if I want to stay alive in a lavish life, and coming to the office and going and spending beautiful life with a nice car, with a beautiful house. So this is another part. But I want to always, I love to take challenges. And I'm privileged to be here, and I'm thankful to be my head of the government, Professor Yunus, who offered me, and I accepted. So thank you very much, and it's already lunchtime over, and I can imagine from your face how hungry you are. so thank you very much, and thank you for visiting the embassy, and choose Mexico as one of your visiting place. And I hope and believe you will enjoy the trip and enjoy the rest of the trip. Thank you very much. Thank you. Allah Hafiz, Bangladesh Zindabad.
Our dear host, His Excellency Ambassador Mustafiq Fazal, respected delegation lead in person of Rear Admiral Zakir Hussain, and our admirable senior directing staff, Air Vice Marshal Mustafiq Rahman, our friends from the Mexican military and guides that have been with us throughout our arrival in Mexico, other dignitaries here present, and the embassy staff, fellow colleagues, buenos tardes. I am Colonel Jerry Megari from Nigeria, and it's a great honor and privilege for me to move this vote of thanks on behalf of the delegation and the National Defense College, Bangladesh. The historic part of Mexico, their shared values and challenges. It also covered the foreign policy of Bangladesh with Mexico, their bilateral and multilateral engagements, as well as His Excellency's achievements. I'm quite sure that all of us here have been upgraded in our intellectual capacity, and we are better informed. I'm sure I speak the minds of everybody here. Thank you very much for this. And so I know that Oliver Twist always asks for more. So I know that Bangladesh will continue to visit Mexico. And I want to crave the indulgence of His Excellency that when next the college comes calling for such a wonderful gesture and hospitality, you will kindly oblige us. And of course, to show appreciation for this, I will call on the team lead, Rear Admiral Hussain, to present a token to show our love for our embassy here. His Excellency, I want to tell you that we always come prepared. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful presentation. And as a show of love for our embassy, I'll request my colleagues, the delegation, to rise and give a resounding round of applause to His Excellency. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. We have also some souvenirs to hand over.